Hi everyone, today we'll be discussing the advantages of both piece rate pay plans and team-based incentive pay plans in case number 1 of chapter 4. Presenting today we have Julianne Guzman, Marissa Lopez, Austin Mitz, and Ashley Montague. Jack Hobson works for Metropolitan Furniture building wood furniture pieces. Jack suggests to his boss, Sally Boston, that employees be paid on a piece rate pay plan. Jack's previous employer, a competitor of Metropolitan Furniture, paid its employees for each piece of furniture made, and he found that this incentivized his work. While Sally is open to employee suggestions, she's concerned that a piece rate pay plan may not lead the employees to work together as a team as desired. Metropolitan Furniture's competitive advantage stems from their ability to work as a team when delivery dates approach and they need to provide on-time deliveries, unlike their competitors who often have late deliveries. If employees are paid on a piece rate basis, Sally is worried about their ability to come together and meet their deadlines as a team. Sally takes Jack's suggestion into consideration and feels that a team-based approach may be more fitting for the company's goals. This plan would provide a bonus payment when each set of furniture is completed in time for delivery. Metropolitan Furniture stands out amongst its competitors because it consistently makes on-time deliveries unlike other furniture stores, which is a result of strong teamwork. Now Sally must analyze and decide which plan she would like to implement at Metropolitan Furniture, an individual incentive pay plan or a team-based pay plan. Metropolitan Furniture can select from 2 types of piece rate pay plans, also known as piecework plans, when implementing an individual incentive program. The first option is typically found in manufacturing settings, while the second plan establishes individual performance standards that include both objective and subjective criteria. Units produced represent an objective standard. Overall work quality is a subjective criterion that is based on supervisors' interpretations and judgments. The appropriate piece rate plan for Metropolitan Furniture would be the second option. The objective criteria would assess the amount of furniture pieces created per builder, so the subjective criteria refers to the quality of the furniture pieces. There are several advantages to using piecework plans. The first advantage is that it promotes the relationship between pay and performance. Employees are more likely to work harder when their results are directly related to their compensation. Paying a worker by output encourages the worker to manage time so as to increase the output. This also warrants less supervision, as the worker is already incentivized to work harder. When paid per piece, workers tend to develop and adhere to the most efficient means of production. Workers have a vested interest in achieving the company's goals in the most efficient way possible, because they are achieving more both for the company and for themselves.
Individual incentive plans also promote an equitable distribution of compensation within companies, with employees performing better and the company being able to retain high performers. The better the employees perform, the higher the compensation, and in a nation that values earning money, this is a powerful motivator. Paying better performers more money sends a signal that the company appropriately values positive job performance. An individual incentive pay plan creates both the incentive and the sorting effect. The incentive effect refers to the subjective criteria mentioned. It is the effort each builder is willing to dedicate to his or her work, ensuring exceptional quality. This effect presents the benefit of allowing builders to acquire an ownership mentality of their assignments. A company's willingness to provide generous performance incentives for having employees take ownership over reducing costs and boosting revenues translates this idea into measurable actions and outcomes. The sorting effect is the employee's willingness to remain at Metropolitan Furniture if an incentive-based plan is applied, or find a job with another company. Research shows that highly skilled employees are more likely to stay in an organization with incentive pay because they prefer to work towards great quality and quantity production, resulting in higher compensation. Therefore, Metropolitan Furniture could have an increased confidence in the individual work of each builder. A piecework plan would serve as a great advantage to this company because it would help relate pay to performance. It would also create an atmosphere of fairness and productivity. with each individual's work being considered and promoting equitable distribution of compensation. Lastly, piecework plans promote individualism, which is heavily ingrained in American society and favored by most. Because US employees are socialized to make individual contributions and be recognized for them, the national culture of the United States probably enhances the motivational value of individual incentive programs. The overall advantages of this form of pay are that the employer is able to create a workplace atmosphere that both rewards and promotes good levels of productivity. And when it comes to calculating the cost per unit, it's far easier to calculate the time spent per unit and therefore produce much more transparent manufacturing costs. A team based incentive plan can offer two distinct advantages for metropolitan furniture that an individual based incentive plan cannot. The first advantage of team based incentive plans is that it's much easier to design and implement performance measures in comparison to individual incentive plans. This is due to the smaller frequency of groups as opposed to individual employees, which results in fewer resources being used in developing and analyzing performance measures and related data.
Furthermore, a group incentive plan is the most beneficial because not only will it help Metropolitan Furniture maintain its reputation as a furniture provider that is known for its speedy and on time delivery, but it can also help increase the quality of its products. This not only gives Metropolitan Furniture a competitive edge in terms of both quick and on time deliveries, but also creates a reputation for consistent quality furniture. The second advantage of team based incentive plans is that they provide greater group cohesion. The benefit of increased cohesion among workers is advantageous because cohesive groups typically perform more effectively when working towards common goals, as opposed to individual employees performing specific tasks that they are assigned. Although employees at Metropolitan Furniture are given individual tasks, they commonly come together to help ensure that the product is pitch perfect near the delivery date, which further highlights that these workers could benefit both intrinsically and extrinsically from a team based incentive plan. When team members are highly interdependent and must rely on each other for support or information to reach their desired goals, they are more likely to realize the value of teamwork. The intrinsic rewards would include increased motivation due to workers performing collectively toward a common goal while supporting each other's efforts and contributions. This would result in utilization of each member's collective knowledge and experience. Additionally, the resulting efficient and effective work environment would create motivated workers. It would also encourage low performing employees to aspire to the expected collective performance, as to not aggravate other members of the group, resulting in a form of positive peer pressure. A member of a team based incentive pay plan is held accountable to an entire group of people. Individuals who are not pulling their weight or contributing to the group in an equitable manner will usually be put on notice by team members that their performance is unacceptable. This level of peer pressure prevents slacking, and extrinsically, employees will see increased earnings through reaching performance goals, resulting in a win win for both Metropolitan Furniture and its employees. When determining which type of pay plan to use, Sally must consider whether she wants to make pay decisions based on individual or group performance, and what the acceptable level of risk is, and whether to replace or complement traditional pay. Evaluate the performance criteria and ensure there is an appropriate time horizon for the goals. The individual incentive pay plan has some significant disadvantages that lead us to believe Sally should elect a team based pay plan. These disadvantages of individual pay plans include the potential to promote inflexibility, and because supervisors determine employee performance levels, workers under individual incentive plans become dependent on supervisors for setting work goals.
If employees become highly proficient performers, they are not likely to increase their performance beyond their reward compensation. This does not fit well with Sally's desire for her employees to work together and rely on each other. Additionally, individual incentive programs pose measurement problems when management implements improved work methods or equipment. When such changes occur, it will take some time for employees to become proficient performers. So, it will be difficult for companies to determine equitable incentive rewards, which may lead to employees' resistance to the new methods. Another concerning disadvantage for Sally is that they may encourage undesirable workplace behavior when only a portion of the employee's job is rewarded. Sally should use the team-based incentive plan with a bonus payment for each completed piece of furniture for her company. The reason being that it offers more benefits for the company compared to the piece rate pay plan and complements the business structure. Working as a team does also create some concerns that Sally will have to monitor, such as turnover due to the free rider effect. Some employees may make fewer contributions to their group goals because they possess lower ability, skills, or experience than other group members, and this may lead to dissatisfaction of other employees, leading to turnover. With all members of the team receiving the same bonus, it can lead to less effort on the part of some workers, but with Sally's leadership, the team-based pay plan will encourage them to work more collaboratively as a team. It was mentioned in the case that Metropolitan Furniture's competitors don't have a good track record with on-time deliveries, so working as a team ensures that the furniture is ready on time and they can deliver the product to their customers in a timely fashion, creating a competitive advantage. According to the textbook, team-based organizational structures encourage team members to learn new skills and assume broader responsibility than it is expected of them under traditional pay structures that are geared towards individuals. Rather than following specific orders from a supervisor like Sally, employees who work in teams must initiate plans for achieving their team's production. A pay plan for teams usually emphasizes cooperation and rewards its members for the additional responsibilities that they must take on, as well as the skills and knowledge they must acquire. Well-designed group incentive plans ultimately reinforce teamwork, cultivate loyalty to the company, and increase productivity. For Metropolitan Furniture, the most effective pay plan is team-based. Thank you.